Hello, back again on the Top Recap channel. This time I will tell a movie's entitled The White Raven. Let's get straight into the storyline. In a very peaceful area in the Donbass region in Ukraine, Mykola lives with his pregnant wife, Nastia. Both of them are known as the first eco-settlers in the area. Nastia is an artist who enjoys drawing and wood carving. She even makes a wooden angel for Mykola, so he can have a protective amulet. Mykola is a mathematician, physicist, and ecologist who teaches at the local school, which he travels to on his bicycle. Because of the lack of electronics at home, the couple does not get any news until Mykola goes to work and catches a few minutes of TV during his break.
In response,
that is how he learns about the protesters killed in Ukraine's capital city and the possibility of Russia invading the country. During class, Mykola is harassed by student Ivan, who thinks his teacher is a stranger and a weirdo and wants him gone. But Mykola never lets him get under his skin because he believes in pacifism and in guiding the youth's minds.
This speed that Ivan spat the paper.
We both know. You don't belong here.
One morning, on his way to work, Mykola notices some soldiers standing by the road but pays them no mind. When he finally arrives at school, he is shocked to find it empty, and the TV quickly tells him why. Russia has invaded Ukraine.
of the GRU, Russia's foreign intelligence agency, took part in
Remembering the soldiers he saw earlier, Mykola worries about his wife and rushes back to his house. But it is already too late. The Russians are there, beating Nastia, and they catch Mykola too when he tries to defend her.
I'm a teacher. I live here.
After the soldiers make sure they are not spies, they start a fire inside the house and leave.
What about him?
But when Nastia tries to retaliate by throwing a stone at them, the soldiers do not hesitate to shoot her before finally going away. Devastated, Mykola clings to his wife's body while watching his house burn down. Hours later, two members of the Ukrainian militia find Mykola. After checking his identity to make sure he is an innocent civilian, they help him dig a grave for Nastia, then take him with them to their base.
Here.
Before leaving, Mykola makes sure to take the wooden angel with him as the last memory of his wife. The higher-ups at the base are not happy about the sudden arrival of a stranger because he could be a spy.
You just leaked our base to him! Now what are we supposed to do?
But Mykola quickly proves himself by saying he wants to join the army and drive the Russians out of their country. From then on, Mykola is sent to heavy training, where he must learn to exhaust his body and use firearms, two things that, as a pacifist, he has never done before.
Up on high! Way below is gonna die! Way below is gonna die! 34! And under! Quickly! Quickly!
Disassembling and assembling weapons is particularly hard for him, earning him mockery from his superiors, especially when he announces he has chosen Raven as his code name.
That code name needs to be earned, comrade. You understand? Understood, Commander, sir!
Mykola does not let them put him down. He trains extra hard, staying up late with weapon practice and keeping the wooden angel close so he never forgets his objective, getting revenge for his wife.
Move your asses!
A few weeks later, the trainees learn there are not enough snipers at the front and the army is looking for volunteers. Not many people are interested, but Mykola immediately steps forward, only to be met with more mockery. Still unwilling to give up, Mykola takes a challenge to prove himself. He disassembles and reassembles an AK-47 while blindfolded in under 20 seconds, finally earning everyone's respect.
Private Raven, volunteering.
You asked for it? Begin! In 18 seconds!
They also start calling him Raven, just as he wanted. The theoretical part of sniper training comes easily to Mykola, thanks to his knowledge of mathematics and physics. He can do calculations faster than the instructors themselves.
Not bad, Raven.
He is also excellent at following the #1 rule, keeping absolutely still and quiet. Unfortunately, he struggles with the actual shooting because for some reason he has been given a different weapon from everyone else, a firearm not suited for war sniping. Whenever Mykola points this out, he is told to deal with it.
2, 3, fire!
Minus.
That shot's impossible with this gun.
Once again, Mykola refuses to give up and makes a plan to prove what he can do. The final sniper test takes place at night, and the trainees must shoot as soon as a flare gives them enough light to see their targets.
Bob minus. Bad plus. Yarter plus. Klim plus.
However, Mykola does not shoot. Instead, he uses the flare to calculate the distance, then waits until the exam is over. Shooting under complete darkness, he hits the target exactly in the center, something nobody else managed to do.
Raven, did you hear me?
I didn't shoot. Code green.
+3, Raven.
This allows Mykola to graduate with the highest score, and he is assigned to a first-class unit. For his first mission, Mykola and his fellow snipers must free an important checkpoint captured by the Russians.
Yes.
Get your stuff.
The team successfully sneaks into the area without being detected, and each sniper is assigned a target. But when they are about to shoot, they must pause because a civilian car approaches the checkpoint. The Russian soldiers force the two civilians out and demand their passports, refusing to return them. When the man protests and demands his documents back, the soldiers respond with violence. Mykola's team sees this and immediately attacks, killing every soldier with quick, efficient shots, including the one who tries to hold the civilian woman hostage.
1.
I will shoot her!
Once the mission is over, the team raises the Ukrainian flag to retake control of the checkpoint. When they return to base, Mykola hears that his fellow recruits have left on another mission. He uses this moment of downtime to visit the school where he used to teach, finding himself deeply moved by the desolate sight of the dusty classrooms. The next day, when the other team comes back, Mykola is hit by the hardest of news. One of his friends has died at the hands of an enemy sniper. This adds to the list of reasons why Mykola wants revenge. For the next mission, Mykola's team hides a bunch of explosives on trees behind, leaves before lying in the grass, waiting for their enemy to show up.
Distance 120.
Standing by for further instruction.
Plus.
When the Russian soldiers appear in the forest, as reports had anticipated, Mykola hesitates to shoot because he sees something he cannot believe. Ivan has joined the Russian army and is coming with the rest of their enemies. He snaps out of it when the captain orders him to shoot, and Mykola hits the detonator, killing every Russian soldier, including Ivan.
1. Fire.
When the captain asks what that was about and hears Mykola's explanation, he responds that Ivan had made his choice. Later, during a break, Mykola and the captain bond over their memories of home. The captain carries a picture of his family and explains that he has an agreement with his wife not to tell his daughters about the nature of his job, so they think he is away on a business trip. In return, Mykola shows him the wooden angel, explaining it symbolizes his own family. A few days later, the Ukrainian forces manage to secure the trenches by the border, so the sniper team gets in position to wait for the Russian forces preparing to invade the region. Keeping the angel with him at all times, Mykola gets ready to do his job. But he loses his usual calmness when he notices that, among the arriving Russian soldiers, he can see the man who killed his wife. Desperate for revenge, Mykola keeps asking for permission to shoot, but the captain turns him down every time because the enemy is not in the right position yet. Eventually, Mykola grows tired of waiting and shoots anyway, hitting the soldier, but also giving away their location to a hidden enemy sniper. The sniper immediately retaliates and kills the captain.
Sniper at 10 o'clock.
First is down.
As the Russians open fire, Mykola has to drag the captain's body through the field while dodging every bullet and every bomb. Hours later, when Mykola finally makes it back to base, his superior promises there will be an investigation to identify the sniper who killed the captain, and that when they find him, Mykola will be called to take care of it. Meanwhile, overwhelmed with guilt, Mykola throws himself into solo missions to make up for his mistake. His sniper skills remain sharp, and he manages to take down many Russian soldiers. But without anyone keeping him in check, he gets reckless and ends up with a wounded arm from an enemy bullet. Mykola retreats to a secret hideout to recover and catch up on the news, watching updates about the negotiations with Russia. His break is cut short by an urgent call. The army has located the sniper who killed the captain, so Mykola must return for the mission.
This way.
The soldiers are briefed. The sniper's bullets are wide-ranging. He has already killed 5 Ukrainian snipers and 3 machine gunners, and his name is Sideri. To make matters worse, he records all his kills and posts the videos online to demoralize the Ukrainian forces. He even had the nerve to post the recording of the captain's death. At least these casualties have allowed the army to pinpoint Sideri's location. Since they cannot plant mines because of a chlorine storage facility in the chemical plant where the enemy is hiding, they have devised an alternate plan. The snipers will eliminate the lower soldiers to clear the way, allowing Mykola to sneak inside and face Sideri directly.
Questions? Get ready.
Plus.
In position.
When the mission begins, the Ukrainian snipers get into position while Mykola crawls through the field to infiltrate the building.
Proceeding.
The first soldier he encounters is the same man who had attacked his home. Mykola remembers this and kills him with one quick, satisfying shot. He then signals his teammates, prompting all the Ukrainian snipers to fire at once, sweeping the area without raising any alerts.
Cigarette.
Fourth ready.
Only 2 Russian snipers remain, including Sideri. They do not realize anything is wrong until they stop receiving radio messages and go to check on their comrades, only to find them all dead. Meanwhile, Mykola slips deeper into the building unnoticed. Sideri calls for backup and sends the other sniper to keep watch before returning to his spot, where he is surprised to find a small wooden angel. At that moment, Mykola strikes, leaping out to kill Sideri with a knife, while the other Russian sniper falls victim to a grenade waiting for him. Then, the backup soldiers Sideri had summoned arrive. Mykola uses Sideri's radio to taunt them, telling them they will pay for what they did. As soon as the Russian truck parks, the Ukrainian soldiers open fire, eliminating all the targets in seconds.
Thrust for Crimea.
Now that Mykola has avenged his wife, his friend, and his captain, he decides to take a break and visit Nastia's grave, fixing the fallen cross. Sadly, as much as he misses home, he cannot stay. There is still much more work to do for his country. Soon, he is on another solo mission, ready to bring down as many Russian soldiers as necessary.